policies about military leave. What's your policy for jury duty, witness duty, school time off if that's something you need to have. Maybe a COBRA policy that explains what you do when somebody leaves and they need to apply for COBRA. A policy on electronic devices, company provided cell phones, laptops, personal devices. If you have a bring your own device policy that employers are going to have personal information and company information on their own personal device. How are you going to handle that? A policy on smoking or tobacco use or other substance use. If you're going to allow maybe drinking at workplace events, how you handle your timekeeping. What's the punch clock system? Do you have an app on people's phones or computers that they can use, and how do they use it? Or do you have maybe something that uses a thumbprint, different ways that you're going to do your timekeeping? What are the hours of work? What's your standard business hours? What are your options for meal and break periods? Do you have minors that you employ? Do they have special break periods? Things like that. Things on overtime, mandatory pay. If you have a lot of salaried exempt employees, a safe harbor policy on how that works. Non-inclusive list of conduct expectations. What is absolutely out of line, such as theft of company property, of client or vendor property, violence in the workplace, things like that. Policy on drug and alcohol use and testing. Medical marijuana and even recreational marijuana is becoming more and more prevalent. So what are your stances on that? Having a really good tight policy on how you do drug testing and what you're looking at for employees being under the influence of things on the job site. Maybe a code of ethics might be something that you want to include. That's highly recommended on just employee behavior, and not just employee behavior too, but like managerial behavior. This doesn't just apply to your rank and file. This should apply to every level of business. And you want to have your managers exhibiting and even modeling the kind of behavior that you want from your employees, because it comes from the top. If you want good behavior, it has to come from the top. So you really need to train your manager to follow these policies, enforce the policies. There are so many policies. We could have pages and pages of policies that you might want to include, but it really is going to come down to your specific industry and needs. So these can really be customized, but there are a lot of, good standard policies that you do want to kind of look at and have in place.